Hello everybody, John Schwab back here again with another video, and I'm here to give you my personal thoughts, breakdown, and possible review on, the first look at Red Tornado for Supergirl. Now, as you all know, Supergirl is coming out this October, originally November, but they decided to change it to October because, hell, the pilot leaked, everybody saw it. Based off what I've heard, a lot of people liked it, so I have no real big negativity going towards Supergirl. I'm actually going into it with some optimism. I know the first look trailer, a lot of people were mixed. A lot of people thought it was stupid, it was crappy, this is shit, this is terrible, it's going to be god-awful, the chicks can have it, fuck them. For me, I didn't really care. I liked the first look trailer, it was alright. It was not the greatest thing of all time. It was a little too long, obviously, but it showed a lot of cool promise. And then the episode leaked, and a lot of people liked it, so I'm definitely going into the show with optimism. This, however, this first look image of the actor Edo Goldberg, who I have no knowledge of, is apparently going to premiere in one of the upcoming episodes, of CBS's Supergirl as the iconic DC superhero character Red Tornado. Yes, we heard rumors of Red Tornado might be appearing at some point in Supergirl. Well, apparently we finally got a first look image, which I found completely surprised, completely really 180. I didn't even expect them to actually release an image. But yeah, this is the first ever image, and it's very hard for me to maintain some form of optimism when I look at this image, because number one, obviously they're going for a very Vision-esque kind of aspect with him, which makes sense. I mean, for those of you who don't know, if you're not familiar with the character of DC, of Red Tornado, essentially Dr. T.O. Tomorrow, ironic, aka the Red Tornado, is essentially the Vision. That's basically all. He's like DC's version of the Vision. Now, granted, there's a lot of copycat characters, whether it be DC and Marvel, but regardless of any of that, Red Tornado, for people of today who want to get into him, he's essentially just he's basically like DC's the Vision. That's basically all you really need to know. He's an android with superpowers and super intelligence, and he's red. And he wears a cape. So that's basically the general gist that you need to know about anything Red Tornado. And CBS released a little caption of how they described his character in a nutshell, of how he's going to be presented in the Supergirl universe, which is essentially as thus: Red Tornado is the most advanced android the world has ever seen, designed by scientist T.O. Morrow for the U.S. Army as the ultimate superweapon. He soon becomes sentient, posing a grave danger to National City, including the people Supergirl cares about most. So that's essentially the general gist. My guess is for an upcoming episode, the scientist, the doctor himself, will create a super weapon for the U.S. Army, obviously, but soon afterwards he starts to create a god-like complex for himself, and then he poses that he's just super overpowered, and Supergirl has to drop in, try and stop him before he destroys the city, all that kind of crazy nonsense that you would expect. Kind of like the reversed Vision. If you've seen Age of Ultron, Vision is pretty much OP. He's super powerful. He's almost more powerful than Thor, who in and of itself is an OP character. So they're kind of going the 180 from that. They're going side B with that. The Vision could have overpowered everybody and just destroyed the world, but he didn't. He's a good guy. He decided to help out the Avengers, join the Avengers, whatever. This, however, it feels like they're trying to go with the 360 of that. They want to make Red Tornado kind of feel like he starts off as a villain, he really doesn't know how to control his powers, he's accidentally destroying things unnecessarily. The army's going towards him. Supergirl, as we've learned from the first look trailer, she's trying her hardest to work with the government to obviously become more of a hero and all that kind of crazy stuff, because it is a Supergirl TV series. It's dedicated to her trying to become a hero, a superhero, if you will. So she has to swoop in and trying to stop the dude. Overall, the description they gave was pretty interesting. However, the image just does not do it for me. It just looks let's put it out there. Number one, he looks just like the Vision, which I don't think was probably going to happen, because the Vision and Red Tornado do kind of look alike, with the exception of various details. But this version looks like they kind of just went copycat the fucking Vision, minus the cape. Unless, like, they CGI a cape on him, I don't know. And the outfit itself looks so crappy. It doesn't look good at all. It looks just like... It looks like everything's made out of foam. Like, it feels like some kind of half-ass cosplayer made it. The face just doesn't do it for... It just looks... It's like, did we just go back in time to the 90s? Is this like DC from the 90s? Like, what the fuck? This is not good. Now, granted, based off how the image kind of looks, it feels like it's more or less a set photo, or like an image taken from an episode that he's premiering in. However, before releasing this freaking image, they should have done some kind of photoshopping or some form of editing to make him look cool. I mean, this just does not look cool at all. The outfit looks mediocre. It looks like a child made it. The coloring sucks ass. The tee, it's like whatever. And the face, he looks like a ripoff of the Vision. And granted, the Vision and Red Tornado are similar characters, in certain aspects, and also in other certain aspects, they're completely different characters based off the powers they have. But regardless of any of that, just because he doesn't have a cape, he just look at him from afar, take with a T. He looks like the Vision. Avengers Age of Ultron, the Vision. I don't know what to say. I don't want to sit here and bash this shit all day because, once again, I'm obviously looking forward to Supergirl, which premieres next month. I can't wait to see it. I want to watch this show with some optimism. And from what people tell me, the pilot is pretty good. It's pretty damn good, if I might say so myself. So, I don't know. The future episodes could suck. I mean, look at what happened to Constantine. Constantine, the first episode, the pilot was awesome, and then the show just went somewhere, and then you don't know what the fuck happened. And now it's canceled. Same thing could happen to Supergirl. Maybe the pilot's awesome, and then after that, it's like, whoa, it just took a gigantic segue, and I don't know what the fuck. Or unless they're just like Gotham, and they just stick to they try to hang on to the low hanging fruit of the Superman mythos, kind of like how Gotham does that. It's and not to bash on Gotham because there are certain things about the show I do like. However, it is pretty obvious. It's like if that show was not Batman orientated, I don't think a lot of people would give a shit. And I feel like this show might be kind of similar. It's like if this show wasn't about didn't take place in the Superman universe, would people give a shit? That's a good question I want to ask anybody who's viewing this video. However, Supergirl is an awesome character who I do like. And Melissa Benoist looks awesome in the suit. She's fucking amazing actress. She's beautiful as well. And obviously Greg Berlanti is working heavily on this show, so it has kind of that Arrow and Flash flavor, even though it's not in the same universe, unfortunately. So I don't know what to say. I really don't. I'm just saying, before I saw this image, I was like, Supergirl, yeah, that's good. We're gonna rock it, yeah. Then I see this image, and I'm like, fuck this show. This sucks ass. It's like a half-assed Vision, and he's supposed to be like a super-powered android. This does not look like a super, maybe on a shitty-ass rip-off Star Trek, episode, from a shitty-ass show back in the 90s. In the early 2000s, on fucking whatever the fuck network that no one gave a shit about, maybe this would have looked okay. But for today's kind of, superhero content, today's kind of CGI, today's kind of costume, there's just no aspect about this I like. The costume looks terrible. The image is terrible. The face looks like a ripoff of the Vision. Why is he wearing makeup? Why not just do straight up, mask? Because, let's face it, Red Tornado, he doesn't even have that many great, human features about him. He just has, a red, plain face. That's the gist of his design. And where's the cape? I don't know. Maybe they're CGI it. I don't know. Overall, I don't like the image. I don't like the costume. I don't like the look. And, on top of that, I'm not even the biggest Red Tornado fan. So, everything I say could be, completely bullshit and unnecessary. Depending on your perspective. However, overall, This image is just not good. It's not a good. They definitely, like, I don't know who the fuck was in charge of releasing this image, but whoever released it needs to be fired, or like needs to fucking learn about, like, actually, like, remember when we saw the Flash for the first time and everybody went crazy? Yeah, you need to learn from shit like that, because you need to fucking, and once again, like the Flash, like, you know, we saw the image and everybody's like, oh, this is shit, this show's gonna suck. 180 from that. Even though I never really truly hated it, but overall, you know, they obviously changed, they color correct, there's like effects that go in, lighting, a lot of things that go into making a superhero look cool on the set. I get that. I find that perfectly fine. But this image just does not shout Red Tornado. It shouts like a rip-off Vision. It just screams rip-off to me. It screams shit. It's not a good image. I don't like it. I'm still going into Supergirl with some optimism. I can't wait to see what the pilot looks like. I mean, granted, I can see it right now, but I'd rather watch it when it actually premieres, you know, because I'm that kind of a douche. I'd rather see it when it officially premieres, unlike all the other people who, you know, watched it illegally. I'd rather just watch it when it comes on TV. So I'm going to watch it, I'm going to review it, and I'm probably going to like it, maybe, depending. I mean, like, critical and fan reaction have been pretty good, so I have no doubt that the first episode will probably be pretty decent and good and enjoyable. But whenever Red Tornado shows up as the Red Tornado in this freaking shit costume, they better do some hardcore CGI effects or some kind of crazy color correction, you know, like lighting, cinematography, amazement to really make this dude look cool. Because based off this image, he's the polar opposite of cool. He looks like shit. He looks like a rip-off Vision piece of crap. I don't like it. If I had to rate this, I give it a 4. 4 out of 10. It's a terrible rating, I know, but it just sucks. I don't like it. The costume looks crappy. The image is crappy. The face looks crappy. He looks like a shitty version of the Vision. He looks like the Vision's, like, bastard shit cousin. I don't know. It could be awesome in the show, and it's just an image. You can't judge an image, realistically, especially an image that's this crappy. But fuck, man. This just does not do justice to the show. They really should have, like, did something to the image before releasing it, because this just looks so dumb. I don't like it. I can't help it. Like, if this, it's just like, it just doesn't scream superpowered high-tech android. It looks like a dude in a suit, in a crappy suit, and he's wearing makeup, for fuck's sake. Like, what the hell? I don't know. Comment below. Let me know which person. I don't want to rant anymore, because, like, that's the last thing. I don't want to give, like negative press to this fucking show, because I actually like the idea of the show, and I definitely want to go into the show, even though Superman's never going to be a part of it. Whatever. You know, not a big deal. I just want to see the show, and I can't wait to see it, and I'm definitely going to review it, and I hope you guys be on the lookout for that. But overall, this image is it's a schmucky, shitty, sucky fucking image. Comment below. Let me know what you personally think about this image. Do you like it? Do you hate it? What do you personally think about it? Comment below. Let me know what you think about Red Tornado, Supergirl's Red Tornado. Follow me on Twitter and Instagram at John12. Subscribe to my channel if you've not done so already. And I hope you guys enjoyed. This has been John12.